Welcome to a deep dive into some really awesome Chiang Mai family adventures. You've gathered a really impressive collection of travel guides and blog posts, and even some insider tips. Looks like you're ready to go beyond the usual tourist spots and discover something truly special for your family trip.
It really does seem like you're searching for those authentic, engaging experiences that the whole family can enjoy.
Exactly. And one that immediately jumps out is Namtok Buatong, the sticky waterfalls. What caught your eye about this particular waterfall?
Well, you've highlighted that you can actually climb it, not something you hear every day.
Right. It's those mineral deposits on the rocks that make them grippy. It's like nature's own staircase.
Yeah, like natural non-slip stairs. But what's the experience like for families? What about safety? Are there sections that are best for kids?
Your research mentions multiple cascades. Some are gentler than others, something for every age and comfort level. And there are lifeguards for that extra peace of mind.
Good to know. Now, shifting gears from natural wonders to wildlife encounters, you've also bookmarked Chiang Mai Zoo.
Well, of course, the pandas are a big draw. Seeing them up close is a must-do. And my research says they're super active in the mornings.
Makes sense, catching them in their playful prime. But beyond the pandas, you're also drawn to the family-friendly environment. The shuttle bus and the digital zoo with interactive games seem like smart additions.
Definitely. It's all about keeping everyone entertained and engaged, from toddlers to teens. Now let's switch it up again with the Grand Canyon Water Park, a giant inflatable obstacle course in an abandoned quarry. Talk about unique.
It does sound like something straight out of a TV show, all those splashes and challenges. But I'm also seeing your focus on safety. You've noted that there are lifeguards, which is great for families who want to have fun without constantly worrying.
Exactly. Finding that balance between adventure and safety is so important, especially when traveling with kids. Another theme that keeps popping up in your research is ethical animal encounters, particularly elephant sanctuaries. The Misa Elephant Camp stood out with their shift from traditional riding and shows to a more natural, chain-free environment. What are your thoughts on that?
It is encouraging to see this movement toward responsible tourism. What about the volunteer packages you've highlighted? Are there options for families with young kids, or are they more geared towards older volunteers?
It looks like there are options for everyone, from preparing elephant food to simply observing them in their natural habitat. Some even have educational programs designed specifically for families, so everyone can learn more about elephant conservation.
That's fantastic. A truly enriching experience for everyone involved. Now, from elephants, let's move on to something a bit more hands-on, Bosang Handicraft Village and umbrella painting. What sparked your interest there?
I love the idea of creating a one-of-a-kind umbrella. Learning those traditional techniques and bringing home a piece of Chiang Mai's artistic heritage. And for kids, it would be so much fun to unleash their creativity and paint their own colorful designs.
Such a great way to connect with local artisans and learn about their craft. And speaking of art, you've also flagged the Museum of Insects and Natural Wonders.
It just seems so unique. I mean, where else can you find meticulously preserved insect specimens alongside artwork inspired by nature? It's bound to spark some fascinating conversations and pique a child's curiosity.
Sounds like an unconventional and memorable experience for sure. And speaking of unique experiences, you've also pointed to the Homtable village near Doi Suthep.
I'm drawn to the idea of really immersing ourselves in the local culture, learning about the Hmong people's history and traditions. Their migration from China and transition from opium farming are particularly fascinating.
It's a powerful story of resilience and adaptation, but I'm curious about the interaction with locals you've highlighted. What opportunities are there for families to connect with the Hmong community and experience their daily lives?
Well, it seems like there are chances to visit their homes, observe their traditional crafts, and even share meals with them. It's all about fostering genuine connections and getting a deeper understanding of their way of life.
That's a wonderful way to bridge those cultural gaps and create memories that last.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning. We've got so much more to uncover. Stay tuned for part 2 of our Chiang Mai deep dive.
Your research really showcases the diversity of Chiang Mai. We've talked about natural wonders, cultural encounters, even some hands-on artistic adventures. But I'm sensing a theme here, a desire to connect with nature in different ways.
You're right. And speaking of nature, you've earmarked Doi Inthanon National Park. But it's not just about conquering Thailand's highest peak, is it?
You seem drawn to the biodiversity. You've highlighted the incredible bird life, over 360 species. Imagine spotting a rare green-tailed sunbird or a silver-eared mesia.
That would be amazing. Early morning is supposed to be the best time for bird watching. But even if we don't see those rare birds, there are waterfalls, hiking trails, and of course those stunning summit views.
Like a choose-your-own-adventure in nature, but let's be real, not everyone's going to be thrilled about bird watching. Some family members might need a bit more excitement.
Well, for those adrenaline junkies you've highlighted, the Pyongyang jungle coaster and zip line hurtling down a mountain on a jungle coaster sounds pretty exhilarating.
I can picture those GoPro videos already. The wind in your hair, the incredible views, such a cool combination speed, and those panoramic landscapes.
A pretty unique way to experience the jungle. But sometimes you need a change of pace, something a little more relaxed.
Absolutely. You've also included the Huaitong Tao Reservoir. Looks like a perfect spot for some family-friendly fun.
Exactly. Relaxing in a bamboo hut by the water, enjoying a delicious Thai meal while the kids paddle around in a rented boat. So peaceful.
The perfect balance to those more active adventures. And speaking of family fun, what about night markets? You've marked several on your list.
Oh yeah, the sights, the sounds, the smells. It's sensory overload in the best possible way. And the shopping hours of browsing, haggling for souvenirs, and trying all delicious street food. Yeah. But maybe we'll skip the durian this time.
Haha, good call. Unless you're all big durian fans. But besides the shopping and the food, the night markets offer a glimpse into local life. Families out for the evening, street performers entertaining the crowds, a real sense of community.
A chance to experience Chiang Mai after dark. Now this next one might be a bit controversial, but you've included Tiger Kingdom. The chance to interact with tigers, especially cubs, is definitely appealing.
It's a unique experience for sure, but it's crucial to research the ethical considerations surrounding animal tourism, especially when it involves predators like tigers.
Absolutely. We need to be sure we're supporting responsible practices and prioritizing the animal's well-being. Yeah. Speaking of responsible tourism, you also mentioned the Elephant Jungle Sanctuary. They focus on rescuing and rehabilitating elephants.
Quite a contrast to those camps that offer riding or performances which can be harmful. Here, the focus is interacting with the elephants on their terms, feeding them, bathing them, simply observing them.
Learning about these amazing animals and contributing to their well-being. And you know what else would be a fascinating learning experience? Exploring the ancient city of Wenang-Kumkam.
A trip back in time. You mentioned this lost city founded in the 13th century, abandoned after a flood, rediscovered centuries later.
Imagine walking through those ruins, picturing life in that once thriving Lana kingdom.
A reminder of how history repeats itself, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the power of the past, the stories it holds.
All right, ready for some high-energy fun? You've also got the 50 FLY Trampoline Club on your list.
Trampoline parks are great for all ages. Burning off energy, having a good laugh. I'm picturing epic dodgeball matches, flips into foam pits, maybe even some impressive acrobatics.
Definitely sounds like a recipe for a good night's sleep. But what about family members who prefer more of a mental challenge?
You're talking about the chamber escape game, testing your wits and problem-solving skills in a real-life adventure.
Exactly. Working together to solve puzzles, decipher clues, escape within the time limit. Like stepping into a movie.
A fun way to bond as a family, encouraging communication, collaboration, maybe even a little friendly competition.
Who knows, maybe we'll discover some hidden talents. But we're not done with our Chiang Mai deep dive just yet. There are more hidden gems waiting for us, from art and culture to relaxation and maybe even a little pampering. Wow, it's amazing how much we've already covered in our Chiang Mai deep dive. From adrenaline rushes to tranquil escapes, cultural immersions. And there's still more to explore, like the MIM Contemporary Art Museum. What is it about this museum that speaks to you?
You've highlighted that it features a mix of modern and contemporary Thai art, both well-known and up-and-coming artists. So it's a chance to engage with Thailand's vibrant art scene and experience the country in a new way.
And you mentioned the building itself is a work of art with that mirrored facade. I can already see the Instagram photos. But let's be honest, sometimes you just need a break from sightseeing, even if it's art.
Especially with kids, everyone needs time to relax and recharge. You've included the Falana Spa in your research. What about it appeals to you?
Well, traditional Thai therapies in a luxurious setting sounds pretty amazing. A massage, a facial, maybe some aromatherapy, just what we need to de-stress and unwind after all that exploring.
A little self-care and a shared experience for the whole family. And speaking of shared experiences, you've also marked the Chiang Mai City Arts and Cultural Center. You seem interested in learning about the lives of everyday people in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, I love the idea of exploring the city's history, culture, and traditions through the eyes of its people. You mentioned exhibits on Lana architecture, local festivals, even the history of those iconic song ties.
A great way to get a deeper understanding of the city beyond the tourist attractions. And you highlighted the workshops and cultural performances they often host, adding an interactive element to the experience.
Exactly. Engaging all the senses and learning by doing. Now here's a place that really caught my eye, Pupa Paper Park. The name alone is intriguing. What's the story behind it?
You seem drawn to their eco-friendly approach to papermaking. They use elephant dung.
That's amazing. It's both sustainable and educational. It shows how people can create valuable resources from unexpected materials.
And the kids will love learning about the process, from collecting the dung to turning into paper, plus unique souvenirs to take home.
Okay, one last adrenaline rush before we wrap things up. You've included Chiang Mai skydiving. What is it about skydiving that appeals to you?
You seem drawn to the thrill of free fall, the breathtaking views, and the feeling of pushing your limits. Tandem skydiving with an instructor seems like a safe and unforgettable way to experience it for the first time.
Soaring through the air, those panoramic views of Chiang Mai, the adrenaline rush, definitely an experience you won't forget. But for those who prefer to stay grounded, there's also the Old Medicine Hospital.
You're interested in traditional Thai medicine and ancient healing practices? The Old Medicine Hospital, one of the oldest in Thailand, offers a glimpse into a different approach to healthcare.
And you mentioned the chance to try traditional Pai massage. It's supposed to be pretty intense, but it's an authentic experience. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Definitely a unique way to immerse yourself in Thai culture and maybe gain a new perspective on wellness. And to end our deep dive on a peaceful note, you've included the Wat Phao Lat Monks Trail.
I love the idea of escaping the city and connecting with nature. You described it so well. Waterfalls, ancient trees, moss-covered statues, and a secluded temple in the forested hills.
A reminder that even in a busy city like Chiang Mai, you can find pockets of tranquility and natural beauty.
Well, that concludes our deep dive into Chiang Mai family adventures. We've covered so much, from the thrill of skydiving to the serenity of ancient temples and everything in between. We hope this exploration has helped you understand your research better and inspired you to create an unforgettable family trip.
Remember, the magic of travel is in the discoveries you make, the connections you forge, and the memories you create. So be open to the unexpected, follow your curiosity, and let Chiang Mai work its magic on you and your family.